Hey all, ex-art student here. A few months ago I decided to pick up my tattoo machine because it's been a while and I thought, yeah, I could totally tattoo. Let me become a tattoo artist and see what I can make. And I slowly found out it wasn't that easy and I definitely need to practice again. I talked to my husband and my dad also mentioned it as well. Why don't you do like a tattoo apprenticeship or something? So I started looking into it. And because this turned out okay, I was like, you know what, maybe I should learn from someone. And I really do enjoy learning new art forms from people. Lately, I've been really into the possibility of having an apprenticeship and possibly being a tattooer in the future. That'd be fun. I could save myself and my husband a lot of money on tattoos, and I could tattoo friends and family. The first step, I have to make a portfolio, and I've been dreading this. I haven't made any portfolios since college, and it also kind of scares me to think someone's going to be looking at my work and judging it and saying like, yeah, it sucks a lot, or okay, you have potential. Of course, my mind always goes to, yeah, it's gonna suck a lot, and that's all it is. So in order to think of some tattoo ideas, I went on Pinterest, I looked up a bunch of websites, I did my research to see what I should probably have in there. I even found YouTubers that are apprentices or talk about their portfolio. Now that I know what I have to put in my portfolio, I had to look through all of my artwork, see if there's anything usable that would fit in that category or be something cool to tattoo on someone, and also just show off my skill that, hey, I can doodle stuff. Please let me permanently put ink in your skin. So I decided to try doing some traditional tattoos, very Jerry the Sailor type tattoos, but in my own style. I looked on Pinterest for ideas to see what other people did to make it their own, and tried also to follow the rules of traditional tattoos. I'm honestly pretty proud with how a lot of these sketches turned out. They're all things that I would probably get on my own body, and that I'd love to draw or put on somebody one day. I used some liners on top of my sketches, and then eventually used prismacolor to make this pop. I wanted to stick with that traditional style of coloring, so I didn't do anything crazy. I know that I've seen people do some like fun neons and stuff with the traditional look, but I figured it'd be fun to do those prismatic yellow, blue, red. I know green's not prismatic, but that classic green you see in traditional styles. I'm always stumped when it comes to doing a prompt for something or needing to make a portfolio. I'm like, I don't know what to draw. I don't even have a style. I don't even know what I like. What do I even like? Who am I? Like, what do I even do? I do nothing. I'm like, I like art, but you can't just draw art. Like, I don't want to draw a pencil or a paintbrush. That's boring. And then I was like, wait, I love mermaids. I like flower doodles, moths, suns. Why don't I create something like that? Make them kind of like spooky-esque, nature-esque, cute stuff, because that's what I draw normally. And it was fun being able to adapt it into the traditional tattoo style. I really liked it. And honestly, coloring in these drawings really made it fun. The pieces popped, and I could totally see this on someone's arm or leg. I hope someone would want it eventually one day. If not, that's okay. I like drawing. I got most of these ideas because I looked through my sketchbook, and turns out, wow, you draw a lot in a sketchbook. And even from years past, pulled up 5 or 6 different sketchbooks and just looked through every single page and put a post-it down for anything that I wanted to recreate as line art or a final drawing or anything that I could use to show that I can draw cool stuff and I'm not just a noob and I can hopefully be a good apprentice one day. When I use Prismas, I like to go from dark to light. I first do a layer of the dark marker, and then I choose a similar color in that colorway and use the lighter one on top. If you go in circular motions or up and down, you get a nice ombre blend, and I think that works pretty well because with tattoos you need to prove that you can shade. So I was just trying to show that with these markers. Blending on this sun piece, I loved where the orange went into the yellow. I think it's such a good combo, especially because I really don't use that bright orange coral. I liked how this one turned out as well. I just think in the future I probably wouldn't use that dark brown. It kind of muddied up the color, but it did give a cool shaded look. This sun I loved. I think it's because of all the colors I used, and I really like the black. It's a very good contrast to the color. I would definitely get this tattooed on me. Though this coffin is uneven and I should definitely use a ruler next time, I love the colors. I think it's really fun and a good pop. I don't know if I would get this particular on me because I'm not really into like that traditional of a look. Next is the mermaid. I actually really love how this turned out. I created a very similar mermaid years ago because my husband wanted a mermaid tattoo. I'm really glad he didn't get it on him because this one is significantly better. When I showed it to him, I know it's always good when he likes something and he's like, oh my god, and he gets really excited. If he doesn't act that way, I know it's not good, at least in his eyes. Especially with like a tattoo, you want it to be something that you actually want, not something that you're like, okay, I guess I'll do it just because you made it. So I was really happy that he liked it and he does actually want this on him. Maybe I'll change up the colors so then it'd be custom for him. I love doing line work like this because I feel like I'm coloring in a coloring book of my own art. I just like coloring a lot, so it's fun to see each piece come alive. Now I'm working on a flash sheet. I need to come up with a flash tattoo sheet to show that I can kind of have a theme and create a lot of things and people could come in and get something quick. So that's what I tried doing. I went with an outdoors upstatey theme because, I don't know, I love that part of my childhood, being able to run outside, catch bugs, go in the river, and be outside in the sun in the summer and have fun with my siblings and my cousins and really enjoy nature. I think I have a good appreciation for it because I had that time upstate, so I wanted to make some tattoos about it. Next, my husband suggested I create a flash sheet of a bunch of skulls. I've drawn tons over the years, and it'd be cool to see them in different versions, as food, as different objects, whatever it may be. I think that could be quick and fun and cute for someone to get on them. Maybe during Halloween time, on Friday 13th. These could be really fun, especially for someone who likes edgy, like skull, gothic things, but also likes it cutesy. With a lot of these pieces, I brought it back into Photoshop just to correct anything that I missed traditionally or went over the lines with. I want my portfolio to look very crisp, clean, and look like it's good. I even tried tracing over some of my sketches. Not everything made it into my portfolio. It's always good to try making more and weeding out the bad from the good in order to make, hopefully, your best stuff. Now, let's put some of that stuff on my website and try making an actual tattoo portfolio. I looked through all my files, put the best on, and organized it so then it actually looked good. So that's my tattoo portfolio so far. I'm not done with it, and I did a lot of this off camera. I just figured it might be good to document and show people my process, and I'm struggling with putting it together, so I'm sure there's other future tattoo apprentices that also are struggling with putting together a portfolio and are nervous like I am, and maybe this gives you a little bit more of encouragement or something in order to get some confidence to apply. You'll definitely see more of me creating more for my portfolio and hopefully practice tattooing and maybe an apprenticeship in the future. Please tell me what you think of what I have so far and let me know what else you think should be in my portfolio. I'd love to hear what you guys would want tattooed on your own body. Thanks so much for tuning in. Check out my Etsy, leave a like, comment, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.